Welcome to the Hustle Not Hope Network. Behind the scenes, we got Mr. Get to the Point.
Yes,
and
sir.
man. And I am Only Facts and Stats, and I got my brother with me,
Your boy, J.Pedigree.
Mr. Pedigree. Check this out, man. Hustle Not Hope. We don't wait for handouts, man. We grind and we grow, right?
There it is. There you go.
Check this out, bro. We got another H&H reaction. This shit here is gonna be amazing. Check this out, man. So I sent you a little something, man. Read that, man.
Okay.
Check that out.
Okay.
Man. See what you think.
If you and your man live together and y'all splitting the bills, that's your motherfucking roommate. Go find you another nigga, okay then, to pay your half. The man is the provider. You are a queen. Your money is for you. His money is for y'all. All right then, okay. Don't let him trick you. Don't let him trick you. It's a privilege to be in your presence. You are the prize. Stay single and date all of them until one commits to paying all your bills. Word? Word? All your bills.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Okay.
That's some fraganaca bullshit.
All right.
Not in total. It's not totally fraganaca bullshit. but that last part though, man. Say you are
Stay single.
You
and
are
date
you
all
gonna
of them.
date all of them
Okay then.
because you are and it's a privilege to be in your presence.
Somebody sound a little entitled, man. Something like that going on.
Say it ain't so, man.
Something crazy.
Say it ain't so. So I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't believe in the 50-50 shit.
Okay.
I
then.
believe a man got to pay the cost to be the boss, man.
All right.
You got to, man.
All right.
I tell all my youngsters, man, you got to pay the cost to be the boss, or you got to deal with not being able to have complete control of your household, man. Now, I'm going to say this. I really don't believe in having relationships, men having relationships before the age of 35.
Damn. 30. Damn.
Before 35, I don't believe.
Damn.
Because you ain't ready. You ain't got your shit together.
You ain't gonna never have your shit together. You gotta wait till you're 35.
You gotta wait till you're 35. And I ain't saying wait to 35 until you get you some pussy. That man, you got to. Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Unless you're a virgin, if you're not a virgin as a man, you got to go get it. It's just in you. If you're a virgin, though, I would suggest remaining a virgin. But if you can't remain a virgin, you got to go get it. Once you get it, man, you can't stop, man. It's
whole life change.
It's dope, homie.
It's the greatest. Dope, man. It's the greatest discovery ever.
Well, I ain't gonna say all that. I'm just saying, man, it's natural, right? Once you start doing something that's natural, not only is it a craving for you, but that naturalness, the God created innate desire is in you, man, right? Automatically. So, not to veer off the topic, but I believe you got to pay the cost to be the boss, man.
All right, speak on that.
100%.
I believe so too. I believe
you
so too.
You need to pay 100% of the bills, man, to be the boss.
You mind if I interject?
For sure.
Okay, so this is the thing, right? I had this conversation more than a few times, and if we speaking on exchange, if we speaking on a mutual exchange, your man is paying all of your bills. All of your bills. What are you doing for your man? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this a mutual exchange? If you cooking, you cleaning, you folding clothes, you know what I'm saying? You doing what you're supposed to do. Your man doesn't have any desires, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That was my next chess move.
Yeah.
That was my next chess move.
And I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are fulfilling, you deserve it. I wish, you know, I wish I had a woman who wants to cook for me every day, clean my house. You know what I'm saying? There's someone who's cleaning the house that I live in. Your clothes are folded. You know, to be explicit, fucking and sucking, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? So I have no desires that need to be fulfilled. Why wouldn't I want to? You make me want to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you make me want to do things like that when that's what you bring into the table.
But
of
let me
course
hit
I
you
want
with
to do
something
that for you.
I don't want to do it for no girlfriend.
Okay.
I want to do it for a wife.
All right.
I want to do it for a wife, man. So, and like, that's why I said 35, because at 35, you should have been
more developed.
If you was going to college, you should have been finished. You can finish everything. You can finish an MD by the age of 35, way before 35, right? You can, if you wanted to be a doctor or lawyer, if you came out of high school and got you a trade, if you tried some shit, failed at some shit, if you went to the military, you could have went to the military, have 2 years left before you retire, 2 or 3 years left before you retire, some shit like that. But I'm saying at 35 is when you're ready, right?
Like a
And at
motherfucker.
35, as a man, I'm gonna say this: you need to be looking at women at least 10 years younger than you. And I tell my younger,
this is funny. This is
my younger people in my family. I tell them, the girls, when they graduate high school, I tell them, stop what you're doing with all these young dumbass dudes. Because they ain't gonna do nothing but get you pregnant. Hey, you out here living your life hard. You know what I'm talking about? Not being in the life you want. Go learn how to cook. Go learn how to clean. Go learn how to be submissive. Because all the sex shit gonna come natural. What you gotta do is get your life together, cooking, cleaning, mentally, and find you a guy 35 at least.
Damn.
With his life together, that is ready to make a life with you and marry you.
Fully commit.
That's what I tell them. I'm talking about 18, 19. That's what I tell them. 18, 19, 20. That's what I tell them. Because if they wait too much longer, what they're going to do is all these old, bitter-ass women in our family and our communities, they're going to corrupt them. They're going to say, girl, go live your life.
Man.
Be independent. Man. Get you a job. Get you a degree. And all of this. And then try to look for you a man. When you 36, 37 years old, 40 years old, talking about you deserve a man that make $100,000 a year.
It don't work like that, really. It really don't work like that. It really don't work like that. I mean...
Bitch, if you have a baby, it's going to look like George Burns. What are you talking about? I want kids. I want a family. I want all this when I'm getting my life together. And you done used up your life in college, getting smashed and tossed around, hanging in the projects, being independent, getting tossed around.
Oh, man.
Your life, you got to start with the end in mind, man. You got to start with the end in mind. Okay. Let's get to the point. You could have just gave us that. All right, bro. Let me
take away the magic real quick.
Let me hear your thought. Let me break the fourth wall. Yeah. So y'all know I'm on the facts and stats, but I got one for you. So 100% of men paid household where the woman doesn't work are the worst divorce situations. I totally agree.
You have no skills. You have no trades. You out on your ass. You basically like you being 18, 19 years old. You don't have any credentials.
But not even that. See, because what women say is they say they want to go out and get a degree and get a career and all of this so that if they get a man and he leave them, they won't be high and dry. They'll be able to take care of themselves. That's their excuse, right?
That makes sense.
It don't make sense. Let me tell you why. Because when you, as a woman, go into court and you got a man who's been providing for you solely and you have not worked. And you picked the right man now. Remember, you waited till the dude had it set together, meaning he was a professional at whatever he was doing. So he was making a decent income. He was taking care of 100% of your bills, right? Even if you don't got children, if he choose to leave and divorce you, he gonna still have to take care of you because he has set a standard. Every state in the 50 states of the United States says that he has to maintain the status quo. Absolutely. And then guess what? I'm gonna give you another stat.
What's that?
Less than 10% of households where men are the sole breadwinners do men ever initiate divorce. It's always the women initiating divorce. 90% of the time in those situations where a man maintains 100% of the household and the woman does not work and there's a divorce filed, 90% of the time it's filed by the woman.
You know, I actually read up on something like that not too long ago. You know, the question I have for you, why do you believe that is?
Because the man know he can't divorce her. It's gonna cost him more money to divorce her. It's cheaper to keep her. You hear me? Come on, man. Johnny Taylor told us that, man, years ago.
Boy.
But I'm saying this, man. Like, women are afraid of something that they've never seen.
I think that's a big thing right there. I think that's a very large topic I think that's very deep, a very deep topic that hasn't been really getting the attention that it deserves.
They have never seen a man who was taking care of a woman completely leave that woman high and dry, except, you know where they saw that?
Oh, you see that?
On these feminist ass movies. On Medea, where the dude brought home the young girl and some new kids and kicked the woman out and sent her in the U-Haul with Shamar Moore.
Dang.
That's where they saw it at.
Dang.
They ain't never seen that shit in real life. Because it don't exist.
You think that's by design? I think that's like,
it is absolutely a fiction that was created to keep households separate.
Man, that's what I've been saying.
To disrupt the nuclear family, because what make more money than one household?
Shit.
Two
income household.
No. What makes more money for corporations than one household? Two. Because you ain't just got to buy one roll of toilet tissue, you got to buy two. You ain't just got to buy one box of cereal, you got to buy two. You ain't just got to pay one light bill, you got to pay two light bills. When a man don't live with his woman and his kids, you got two households now.
So you saying it's beneficial for
It's
corporations?
beneficial for corporations for people to be separate.
So it benefits them to separate us.
It does. It does.
So we getting played. We all getting played, what you saying. We getting played like a motherfucker don't even know the whole
like
time.
Super Nintendo, and they ain't even got to blow on the cartridge. You hear me? They done already set us up. But see, this the thing. This the thing, though. Boil it back down to what we was talking about, going this 50-50 and paying the cost. We don't teach our young people the right things from the
foundation, from the get-go.
From home. We don't tell them that when we in these situations that we not ready to be shacking up. That we not ready to be, with a person in a relationship and financially merging yet. You gotta have criteria for that shit.
Yeah.
We gotta take our boys and tell them, like, you should be running your household, but the only way you can run your household is to have your life together. So if you want a household, get your life together. Do A, then B. Don't jump to C. Because when you get to D, then you got all these damn kids running around here. By a woman you can't take care of. So you got kids you can't feed. A woman you can't take care of. A court got you on child support. Now, not only can you not get a driver license, you can't even get a professional license. Because you owe child support. They won't even let you get a professional license when you owe child support.
Man. See,
so you can't make no money because you owe money.
Grand scheme of things, man.
And in the grand scheme of things, guess what you're doing? You borrowing. You got to borrow money just to stay afloat. You got to take higher interest loans. Because now you're a subprime individual. You owe motherfuckers. And child support going on your credit now.
Damn.
Whew. You get triple whammy, man. So it's a bigger conversation than 50-50. So we got to train girls. And see, man, one last thing, man. Women don't understand that they really control all this shit.
Speak on it.
They control it because they set a standard or they show that they are undeserving of a standard.
Okay, then.
And if most women showed that they deserved a certain standard from a man, men would try and accepted nothing less. Men would try to live up to that standard. Men would change overnight. If women said, we ain't giving no more sex to guys with dreads, wouldn't be no more dreads tomorrow, man. Everybody would cut their dreads. You hear me?
I ain't cut my shit. Shit, I'm gonna be
Listen,
for a
bro.
minute.
If it was a rule with women, no sex for dudes with dreads, man, you'll come in here with a bald fade tomorrow. Come on, man. Keep it 100.
I'm gonna have to fight that one.
I got you.
But no. But for real though, when you say set a standard, yeah. But okay, women should be setting the standard, So
absolutely,
with
who they are.
You should be looking. You should be looking for someone who has character. You should be looking for someone who has a mind. You should be looking for someone.
This is women or men?
For women. If you setting a standard, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want all of these things, you should be looking for someone who you can see can provide these things based off of who they are, their mindset, the things that they're planning. From a conversation, most time you can tell what you're dealing with because most men, we find a 10, we get to talking to them, and within an hour, she turns into a 2. Like the state of mind that she's in and how superficial everything that comes out of her mouth, like, you already know, hey, I can't do nothing but this gonna be a smash and grab right here, like, baby girl ain't got nothing going on in her head. So, this may or may not be one of the reasons why women are so aggressive or women are so masculine because they already know they don't have too much to offer. So I have to make these demands up front because I know that I'm undeserving.
I never had a 10, bro.
Shit, I had plenty of them.
I had a couple of 3s, a 2, and a couple of 1s. You know what I'm saying? I never had a 10, though.
Shit.
But I'm just saying, though, man, like, women like this person who made this post are more detrimental to us than almost anything because they create in the mind of women a delusional expectation of what they deserve. Yeah. And it's not what they deserve. It's an entitlement. It's an entitlement, man. It's a delusional entitlement, man.
You gotta earn that, baby. It
don't take much.
Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong that you want it, but you gotta earn that, baby.
Women don't understand it don't take women. Let me explain something to you. If you never knew this, right? If the audience never knew this, I'm gonna teach them something right now.
Okay, then.
Men make money to provide for the people that they love. We love to do that. We are hype. The more money we make, we think about how much more we can do for the people that we love.
Men.
Men.
Not males. Men.
Women. Women, all they need to do is take a moment, take stock in themselves as far as, where they are on the, fit, feminine, and friendly, right? Right? Are they feminine, beautiful, and inspirational? Shout out St. Kevin Samuels. They need to take stock in that first, right?
Right.
And then
take stock in that first.
They can find a guy who's willing. And then, to be honest with you, you know what? Most women got a guy in their DMs, in their text messages for the last 2 years talking about good morning, how you doing, that they know would be a great man for them.
Damn, 2 years, long time.
What they do is they ignore him and they respond to the guy that said, hey, man, I'm about to slide on you, man. About 12:30, I'm going to slide on you.
I got the za. What's happening?
I'm just leaving the club.
Yeah. When we stop by the liquor store.
Yeah. I'm leaving my baby mama house right now. I'm on the way.
Oh, man. It's fucked up, but it's funny because it's true.
It's true, man. It's true, bro. It's true, man.
I think that.
And so I do believe that if a guy makes the mistake of getting with a woman and going in 50-50, he's a roommate. He is her roommate. Now, hopefully, he's a monogamous roommate and she's a monogamous roommate, and they not just living together creating a powder keg because, sooner or later, if you're not monogamous, it's going to blow up in your face. Unless you got that understanding. I mean, it just is what it is. But if you're going 50-50, you roommates. I totally agree. I totally agree with it, man. I totally agree. But I never wanted that for a woman. But let me ask you this. What do you think was the biggest mistake you made in a have you ever been in a living situation with a woman?
Yeah, of course.
What do you think was the biggest mistake you ever made in a living situation with a woman?
Shit. Doing too much too soon. I would say doing too much too soon. Not necessarily too soon, because as the relationship developed, you put more trust into the individual and whatnot. But I had relationships that's where living with me, or we're living together. I'm paying all the bills except for like one, and that one I'm actually paying. Like there goes it. I get that money because I'm paying that actually, but I get that money and I use that money for the refrigerator. Buying cars, shit, going out on a regular basis type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like going to movies, just spending a lot of money and trying to give this woman a lifestyle that is outside of my means.
Definitely.
Or
definitely.
It's right there as to where it's tipping over, and that tipping over is where, a good man could fall off.
I'm gonna tell you the biggest mistake I made was when the pandemic started, right? Because I was transitioning to a new city. And so when I met this woman, I was like, we have like family homes where we're like this is owned by our family. So like when people here or whatever just moving back or whatever, they can, stay there until they, get their new situation set up.
Oh damn.
So we got 2 in Memphis right now, right? And so like what I did was met this person, and in the midst of me transferring back, the pandemic, the big shutdown happened.
Dang.
So the big shutdown was like, wherever you finna be, that's where you finna be. And I wanted to be with the chick. But I didn't have a situation.
Dang.
Right? So rather than being around and exposed to the people, another relative who was living in our family house,
Mm-hmm.
who was already ill, who was already had preconditions and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Underlying conditions. I chose to to maintain with this lady in her spot.
Oh shit.
Biggest mistake I ever made. Men should never move to a spot or go to a dwelling that a woman has had prior to them.
Oh, never. So you were living with her? What you saying?
I moved in with her.
Oh damn.
When the shutdown happened.
Oh damn.
Never do that. Even though it was the shutdown, even though I liked her, even though I wanted to be around her, and even though I didn't want to be around my family member who was like going out around other sick people, being exposed and stuff like that.
Right.
I shouldn't have done it. I should have pressed harder, got my own situation, and then, just figured it out from there. But
I was gonna say, do you want to elaborate? I was going because I'm afraid to do something like that because shit, people show you who they want you to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
But remember, well, you might not know, but this person was a professional person, well-educated person. We got along. We had a lot of common and stuff like that. So I saw it as an opportunity to say, you know what? We really probably on the path to do something really, really big together.
Okay.
And now, believe me when I say it lasted well past the pandemic, though. Our situation.
Okay.
Our situation lasted well past the pandemic. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but the thing was that I think that if I had not moved into that situation, I would not have looked over a lot of stuff that I did look over with this person. Because men are like this. Because men are holding to our obligations. When we said, I'm doing something,
we gonna make it happen.
We want to make it happen
as quickly as possible.
Exactly.
Let's
right?
Execute.
That's how come men don't get divorced like that. Women file for divorce. Men want to figure out how to make it work. Right?
Most of the time, right?
Men, when you move into a situation as a man, you want to see how to make it work, and you will let some shit go.
Mm-hmm.
My belief. Now, I truly believe, had I not done that, I would have been away from that situation long before I was. Not because it wasn't a good situation, not because she wasn't a good person, not because I didn't enjoy her.
Right.
Right? But because I would not have dedicated the time that I dedicated to that situation.
Right.
And therefore, every day I was investing. Every day I was investing in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have got so invested, and therefore, I would have had an easier path to move away from the situation.
Oh.
And I think being in that situation caused me to miss a lot of opportunities.
So so what you're saying is you weren't building for yourself. You were building.
I was building for together.
Okay. All right. And that was off like, this is what you going to a new place. So you going to a new place and you don't have in mind me, you have in mind us type shit. And us type shit end up leaving you fucked.
Me, not fucked, but not where I could have been.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I went from like making like, I probably could have made like, I'm going to be honest with you. I could have made a hell of a lot of money during the pandemic.
Shit.
Couple mil.
I was pretty straight.
Couple mil. I'm talking about, no, I could have made a couple meals during the pandemic that I didn't make because I was dedicated to. Because I didn't reach the opportunities because I wanted to be
right here with her.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah. I lost my purpose. That's what it was. I lost my purpose and I started pursuing a life with her, and I lost my purpose. I'm gonna put it like this: the month after I left her, I made $65,000 that first month.
Damn. She was holding you back the whole time.
That's what I'm saying, right? I made $65,000 the first month I left her, and then my net worth has increased every month since.
We booming over here. I mean, but shit. I mean, that's what a man's supposed to do. Not easy to do.
It ain't easy.
You know, but that's what a man's supposed to do.
It ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? But I knew it was holding me back, but I allowed it to hold me back because I took on, because when you live with somebody, you know, you got to take on a lot of their stuff.
Like a motherfucker.
You got to take on a lot of their responsibilities because you got to share responsibilities. That's why a man ain't ready to marry until 35. And I'm gonna tell you what I think we need to talk about in the future, man. I don't know, but just how young married men should move. We should really discuss that because a lot of young married men don't understand that even when they get married, they still have to set boundaries in their marriage in order to maintain that progress that they've been having their whole life and that level of success that they need in order to be a successful family. You know what I'm saying? You gotta set that criteria.
Yeah. And I mean, that could be as simple as your wife understanding that if I'm trying out this new venture and it takes from this time to this time that I need to be able to give this new venture is the undivided attention that it deserves. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, you know, in the sense of setting boundaries to things that's going to be beneficial to growth in general, I mean, you have to. You know, it's necessary for that man to be the responsible man and husband, and it's necessary for your relationship to actually grow and prosper.
And it's only going to benefit the family. It's only going to benefit the family. I got a homeboy.
Gotta be mature.
What he does, and this guy here, he probably makes, you know, almost $3 million a year. Gotcha. But him and his wife have an understanding that he gets up at around 4 a.m. and he won't be home until around 9 p.m.
Good God.
And that the only day that they're gonna go out is on a Saturday. Right? Saturday night.
Right.
They get Sunday morning together. And Sunday evening, he prepares for his work week. Right?
Okay, then.
They got 3 kids. You hear me? And they have an amazing life. They have an amazing life. I mean, as far as when you talk about material things, as far as being communicative, being able to, you know, maintain those gender roles, they have an amazing life, bro. But he up at 4, he ain't gonna be home till 9. And we gonna go on a date Saturday night. We gonna hang out Sunday morning. And Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, I'm preparing for my work week. He in his office, in his home office, preparing for his work week. And it's back again.
Jesus.
And like I said, he like a $3 million a year man.
$3 million
a year.
Man, I was about to say a whole lot of other shit, you know what I'm saying? But when you said $3 million, 4 a.m. to 9 p.m., I kind of understand because
she supports his vision and his purpose.
That's exceptional.
Exactly. He supports her financially and is a great husband. He provides for a wife and 3 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Substantially.
Man, my homeboy said he ain't never thought about. He ain't had time to think about no cheating and none of this other stuff. He just go out, make money, come home.
$3 million.
She maintained, $3 million, bro. I know he make $3 million. He might make a little more than that. I know he make 3.
Let me hold 500,000.
He probably would. He loaned it to you at a percentage.
Shit, you gotta start somewhere, man.
He do some private lending. But I'm telling you though, man, but you gotta find, but women have to understand that it's not hard to find a guy who's gonna provide for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find, it's hard to find a woman who will support your hustle, who will support your purpose,
right? Who
will understand you ain't out here hoping, you out here doing your thing.
You hear me?
You putting a plan together.
You hear me? Yeah.
Who ain't nagging you.
Yeah.
Who ain't always in your face. Who ain't always in your phone.
You know, be my peace. Leave my phone alone.
You hear me, man? Understand that. Look, baby, you 35, 40 years old. Ain't nothing I can do with you.
And you know what? That's when, and it was a meme I seen recently, you know what I'm saying? It was like women who over 30 after 2 dates. You know what I'm saying? It was like, she need that ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, ring me. Put a ring, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, like, women have so many options when they're young. They have so many options when they're young.
Yep. And they make all their own choices.
And they...
Not all of them. Not all.
Yeah. And from all of these options that they have, you know, you'll see, you know, women, they have you know, your food date guy, you got your, I'm finna come through, they knock you down guy. You know what I'm saying?
You know where all that started from though, right? I'm gonna break
down.
I ain't gonna say where it started from, but I'm gonna say the first person who made me aware of like that this was a common thing, because I thought it was just the women I knew.
Shit.
But Steve Harvey, if y'all don't remember, Steve Harvey had a joke, right? Before he was all this, whatever he is, not bullshit, he had a joke, remember? He said it take 5 guys to make 1 good guy, remember? He told women, he said, you need an old guy to give you money. You need an ugly guy to be a good father figure to your kids. You need a guy who could sex you real good. No, it's 4 guys. A guy to sex you real good. And then she needed a sissy so that she could, so before she went to sleep at night, she could talk to him all about it. Damn. Pardon me. That was his words, not my word, you know. Shout out to the LGBT. You know, I rock with y'all. But he said that you needed all 4 of those guys to make 1 good guy.
I thought it was a good conversation guy too. I thought it was a good conversation guy.
No. The good conversation guy is a homosexual guy.
Okay, that's
because he has the feminine trait of like.
Oh, that makes sense.
Small talk.
Yeah, because niggas gonna be going to talk about all that.
Exactly, right? That makes sense, huh? This nigga just said it makes sense.
I see it now. It all came together.
Okay. But in the end, man, I really agree, man, that 50-50 does make you a roommate. And if your girl call you a roommate because you splitting 50-50, you kind of got to eat that bullet, man. You picked a woman that was too old. You picked too early or too late in your life. You need to fix your life, get your shit together, go out here and develop yourself as a proper man so that you can provide a lifestyle that a woman can come into and support and understand that she should value it and not do anything to lose it. Otherwise, you're going to constantly have these issues and these women like this crazy person feeling like she can get on Facebook and talk about how these crazy hyenas it's a blessing to be in their presence when they popping their neck and popping they full set.
Oh man.
I wish a broad would talk about she got a full set of nails, want to hang out with me. Are you crazy? You can't type with that. I need a woman that can type.
You know what? They're not looking for a man, though. They're looking for a sponsor.
They looking for a sponsor, man.
You know what I'm saying? They're not looking for a man. They're looking for a sponsor. You know, because if you got a BBL, you got fake eyelashes, fake hair, fake nails, what you gonna do with a real man?
Because you fake as hell.
What you gonna do with a real man when everything...
Spanx. Don't leave Spanx out. You got shapewear on. If you got shapewear and a belly brace and all that shit, what a real nigga gonna do with you?
Oh man. And this is true though. You know what I'm saying? Like
lace front. How you gonna meet a real nigga with a lace front? I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
But 50-50, you know, I get, because that can actually lead to some codependency problems, you know, all kind of shit. If we want to break it down, if you were to be in a relationship, you should plan to be good if y'all were not in a relationship to begin with. Like, you should be paying rent, putting both of y'all incomes together. You know what I'm saying? You should be paying rent that's based off the lowest, whoever has the lowest income. You know, that way, if everything doesn't work out, she can go her way, you can go your way, everybody straight at the end of the day. You know, like you gotta have some kind of contingency plan, baby. You gotta have something that's to where if this didn't go the way I saw it going, at the end of the day, we both had our ass covered. You know what I'm saying? We both had our ass covered at the end of the day. But when it comes to like financial literacy and having an understanding of value, you know, we're not there right now. Like in today's society, we are not there when it comes down to a understanding of not just the dollar, but the value that a man brings or the value that a woman brings. You know,
Yep.
we got to get back to that. It ain't just about 50-50. It ain't just about money. You know, it's something outside of being cynical and superficial and, you know, being influenced by social media. You know, you got to get back to what's right. You got to get back to something that's going to be beneficial to the both of you long term. And I don't think right here, right now, we've been having that lately. Not in modern society. It's definitely a divide for both sides. We've been programmed, we've been conditioned to actually rid ourselves of a functional home, a functional household. And man, we gotta look at ourselves. We gotta take a deep look at ourselves, reflect on some of the things that we're doing, and make a plan, come up with something that's actually gonna be beneficial to the both of us, the kids. You know, get to thinking about the type of individual that you're with. Find somebody who you can love and find somebody who you can also grow with. And y'all are meant to meet each other at that specific end. You know, when shit comes together, you got the same mindset. Both of you guys want to come into something. You got a millionaire mindset. You gonna need to be with a millionaire mindset. You know, you can't be a trap boy and a nail technician and think that y'all finna really go somewhere far. You know, you got your degree, you got a certain field that you specialize in. He has a certain field that he specializes in. You know, they're coming together, they can make $1 million household. But we got to think about how we moving. We got to take a moment to sit back and reflect and really get to something real. Really get to something real.
But I'm like this. A husband is going to make sure to take care of 100% of his wife. A wife is going to make sure to take care of 100% of the home. If you're not a wife and you can't take care of 100% of the home, you have to understand that you either develop those skills early Or when you get 35, you need to be praying for 50-50. You 35 and you ain't got nobody, ain't nobody picked you, you need to be praying for 50-50. And quit all this Facebook, hating on people offering you 50-50, because I promise you, 50% of your life is gone. I mean, your womb is tainted, horrible.
I hate to
Can't have no babies.
At 30, men are not looking to marry. Men are not looking to marry women.
Women shouldn't be trying to marry women their age anyway. Women should start early, marry a man that's older than them, and get somebody who's gonna be a provider that they want. And quit listening to these old ass, bitter ass women talk about going to be independent and getting a damn degree. We don't care about that shit. You don't want to go out and work anyway. You want a man to take care of you. Get some damn. Listen. All right, man. We gonna wrap it up. Once again, man, I am Only Facts and Stats.
It's me, your boy, J.Pedigree.
All right. And shout out to my brother Chris Vibes. And I think if he was here, he would say that doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. All right.
That's deep.
All right, brothers. All right. Y'all take care. Shout out.
Subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Click for notifications.